Hi, it's Aaron Anderson at Be Human Period YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. There's lots more great content and funny videos and some interesting facts. Anyway, I'm coming to talk to you today about probably the most corrupt petition coordinator in the industry, Mike Myers. And he is a coordinator for PCI and anyone that he can get some petitions from. Doesn't matter if they're fake or real or whatever is going on. He'll take a petition, Republican voter drive, whatever he's got going on. Anyway, I met him back in 2017 after the death of my brother Travis Anderson. I was distraught, very depressed, and basically my manipulative dad, who really didn't show any emotion about my brother's death and even belittled my mom and sat there and watched her cry her eyes out for forever after my brother's death. He showed no emotion. He basically ran me out of the house, and my new girlfriend I found, Heather Haggard, that's a whole nother story. But anyway, I ended up in Bakersfield back in 2017, and we were getting ready for the petitions to get them on the ballot for the election and everything. It was a huge year, lot of petitions, ton of them. At this point, I mean, I was still a petitioner where I only, basically petitioned in the petitions I believed in and stood up for, and knew how to honestly pitch the petitions that made sense. And I went to Bakersfield to live at 4201 Alexander Street at my Uncle Cal and Aunt Susie's house, just to be around family after my brother died. It was a really, really bad time. And, I was working for somebody else at the time, but then I ran into the crew that was working Bakersfield. And at first, they were trying to kind of like run me out of town. And then I found out why, because Mike Myers and just a few people control that whole area of Visalia and Kern County and those surrounding little areas down there. It's like a pocket of Republican voters. And Mike Myers kind of picked me up and tried to become my buddy and got me to work for him and told me what his whole deal was he had going on. Well, most all the petitions were through PCI, Angelo Paparella. There was some other ones through some other companies, but he had them all. And I didn't know how to work like 12 petitions at a time. I had no clue on how to make someone stand there and sign 12 petitions. I have ADHD. I was just running around with clipboards, going to gas stations, standing in front of stores, walking up to people, stuff like that. But no, Mike said you have to have a petition table. You have to put signs on it. And everybody in Kern County and the surrounding areas have all the same stuff on their signs. And the signs said stuff like fire Jerry Brown, Nancy Pelosi, and like just stupid stuff that made no sense. They had nothing to do with the petitions that were mainly liberal. And Mike Myers would hire all local people that were not professional petitioners and run off everybody out of town, the professional petitioners that came in. He would, call the cops on them, bully them with the store management, run them out of town, tell everybody around town that they were fake and, petitioning for the liberals. And, so he would run people out of town but hire only locals and had everyone set up a table with all these stupid signs on them. And he took me to the Visalia Walmart to train me a couple of days, and he ran me through his whole scam he had going on. So every petition he would have them sign said, oh yeah, screw Jerry Brown. We need to recall Jerry Brown, and Nancy Pelosi and all her people are related and they suck. And he would just use conservative talking points that had nothing to do with these liberal petitions to make the conservatives sign these petitions. And it was just all a fraudulent scam. And at the time, I was so depressed, my brother's death, and I was really doing bad mentally. I just like didn't want to be run out of town where my family lived. So I took his advice, did what he said to do, and made a ton of money doing it. I mean, he would meet me in parking lots with envelopes of cash, $4,000 or $5,000 a week. Once I started doing what he told me to do, and I was like, wow, this is great. This is really. I guess I'm onto something here, and so anyway, fast forward a little bit to the 2020 Bakersfield rally where Floor Hole and the Proud Boys attempted to murder me for literally doing nothing. But Mike Myers comes into this conspiracy as I brought a bunch of people into town to help my family out because my aunt and uncle were dying of stage 4 cancer, and I hired my cousin, her boyfriend, brought in Jerry Barbie and David Bruce, and we were at a bunch of stores. So Mike Myers went around telling all the recall volunteers for Gavin Newsom recall that we were fakes and frauds and we were liberals and they should run us out of town. And come to find out, when I set up everything at the that public park, Emerald Cove Park in Bakersfield that day, and was doing my fundraiser for my dying aunt and uncle with cancer, getting signatures, getting money, putting my friends and family to work, Mike Myers was supposed to come and show up at my booth and be my friend. I thought he was my buddy. Well, he came and he hung out all day with Floor Hole, Terry Hull, and all the Gavin Newsom recall volunteers. Well, I put two and two together, and I realized why Terry Hull showed up at the Target and other volunteers were harassing me and my little group of petitioners around town, because Mike Myers, I was in his territory, and he was saying that we're liberals and there were frauds and scams. And the videos are on my Be Human Period YouTube channel of Terry Hull coming and harassing and trying to steal the recall signatures and all this weird shit. And Floor Hull would never communicate on the phone like a normal human adult. I couldn't inform her. There was a bunch of confusion going on, so I went and called out Floor Hull in her face at the Trump rally that she was the one who was a fraud and a fake, and she was destroying the recall effort just by being stupid and listening to Mike Myers, this corrupt, crooked petition coordinator. I mean, and I have all the, pictures and videos of her standing beside Mike Myers at that Trump rally and everything else. All the evidence to prove it. Mike Myers is the most slimiest. He sold everybody out, and he lied. He's been lying to all the Republican voters in that Republican pocket of California, for years and years and years. And there's so much more to the story, but there's only so much time on these videos. But Mike Myers, he lived in a scummy hotel on the edge of town, in a rundown hotel, and said he lived in a mansion and had a girlfriend in a gated community, and just, constantly telling lies. And, he hired the manager of that hotel to run Validity, and, God knows what shady stuff was going on. But, I definitely think there should be a real investigation of Mike Myers and Floor Hole and Terry Hull and the other people that Mike Myers associates with. And we need to also talk to the locals that he's brainwashed into lying to the voters in Kern County and Visalia County and other things like that. And, so anyway, that's it for now. Get back to me at behumanperiod@gmail.com. 3 words spelled out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.